Oh, Carlo, come in.
Hey, Marty!
Hey man, we have a lot to do. We gotta get started.
I have a lot of projects that...
Come here. Hey, you know what's coming?
What?
Your favorite cookie, butter cookie.
Really?
Yeah, my mom made. Yeah, it's coming. So we have to start this project though. Hey, take a break first. I'm getting really tired.
Nothing's coming in my mind.
Yes. I'll just check it with me. Oh my god.
Why?
Marcus is being buried at the libingan ng mga bayani.
At last, bro. Marcos deserves to be there.
No, he doesn't.
Ducks, bro.
He killed thousands of people.
Ever.
Best president ever. You want the president who kills thousands and leads so many people? You know how many people he killed? He violated the human rights issue.
He sacrificed a small number of people and benefited.
Small number of people. Are you serious, man? 10,000. Around 10,000 people were killed. You're calling Marcos a hero? Marcos is a hero. He's not a hero.
This is for the common good.
What is the common good?
Common good is for a lot of people.
Not a lot of people. It's not the vast majority. It's everyone who satisfies every single needs. Carlo, listen to me. Listen to me. He is not satisfying any of it. He's torturing people. He's killing them. Never done anything.
Wasted a lot.
When you could have been studying, doing this project, chose to debate about some issue that doesn't even affect you. Is that your mom?
Yeah, wait. Hello, Mom? You need to go home? In 5 minutes? Oh, okay. What? My mom told me I need to go home in 5 minutes.
How are you gonna do this then?
I don't know. Maybe Google Docs.
I'm not gonna sleep again.
I think we need to stop debating about this issue.
Yeah. Bros?
Yes.
Our video is entitled Vox Populi, or the voice of the people. So for this video, there are two communicators, Marty and Carlo. So we can observe from the video that both Marty and Carlo have some differences as well as similarities with each other. We can call these as their field of experiences. For the first one, we can observe that Carlo has a very different perspective than as compared to Marty. Carlo is a pro-Marcos supporter. However, Marty has a very different view on the issue. Marty is an anti-Marcos. But even though they have differences in opinions, we can still observe that both of them have some similarities, and we can call these as their shared field of experience. So both Marty and Carlo are longtime friends, and their knowledge on the topic is very limited due to the fact that most of their knowledge came from dubious internet archives or from stories which can't be really verified. Moving on, we can also observe the concept of time in this video. So as time progresses, the communication between Marty and Carlo also varies and changes. For the first one, time 1, they both have a productive conversation. They were able to do their work and accomplish a bit of the task. While in time 2, we can see that there was rising tension between the two because of a trigger point such as the tweet about Marcos being buried in the libingan ng mga bayani. For time 3, on the other hand, because of the rising tension, the communication between these two became quite destructive. So they weren't able to do what they were supposed to do, and because of that, everything became counterproductive. While in time 4, when they realized what really happened, they were able to come to an unsteady communication. So they had a treaty, and well, their communication became kind of awkward. And so this is what happens when the communication between two people goes awry. Moving on, we have the concept of noise, or a barrier to communication. And the barrier that can be seen in this video is the attitudinal barrier. So both Carlo and Marty have some differences in opinions and beliefs. Carlo supports Marcos while Marty is anti-Marcos. And this difference in opinion and belief causes them to have some sort of contradictions with each other. We can observe this as they had a heated argument about the topic and as their communication with each other became quite destructive and counterproductive. And lastly, the non-verbals. We can see in the video that both Carlo and Marty employed some non-verbals in disagreement with each other. So we can see the gestures used by Marty or the differences in intonation and speech by both Marty and Carlo. So with this, they were able to convey a message in another light. They were able to emphasize what they were really feeling, what they really wanted to say, and they were able to get their emotions across to one another. So their non-verbals actually emphasized the weight of their messages. With that, we end with our analysis of Vox Populi, or the voice of the people. Thank you.